Imagine you have been pulled aside by your CEO and then asked to go and develop a strategy for how the company can improve revenue growth and its bottom line profit. A bit scary, eh? So while you are sitting there afterwards holding your third cup of coffee, you would naturally think, what next? What steps do I take now so that I don't get this wrong? Think of it like you would with your personal financial planning. Your first question is going to be, where am I today with my investments and savings? It's the same when considering a company strategy. In step 1, you want to know where you are today. So you need to look at the effects of the external environment and also a review of your operations to identify strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. You would want to know how your competitors are going compared to your organisation and possibly benchmark yourself against your industry average. You would also look at your own key products and service offerings to find their strengths and weaknesses. Back to your financial situation. Any financial planner would next ask you, well, what do you want to achieve in your wealth and by when? Again, it's the same for an organisation. Step 2 is about defining where you want to get to and by when. Starting with where. It's probably a given you're after increased profitability, but you can also consider scenarios where your company might be positioning itself to get acquired by another. This step focuses on analysing the information in step 1 to identify opportunities like new products or markets, operational efficiency improvements, areas for innovation. You also need to review or create the organisation's vision, mission and goals. This is where you would clearly set targets and with timeframes. So now you know your current situation and where you want to get to and by when. How you will do it is the next obvious question. If you're with your financial planner, you would now ask him or her, so what investments am I going to make to realise my wealth goals? For an organisation, this is step 3, deciding how you are going to get there. Whether the organisation takes the rational or processual approach, there is still a roadmap required and likely a change management or transition plan if the new strategy is significantly different. The 4th step has to be implementation. For an organisation, this is often detailed on integrating systems and ensuring the right skills and capabilities are in place. This is where organisation values, norms and rules have a huge say in the success of implementation. This is where change often fails due to poor communication or where management didn't develop a sense of urgency to help unfreeze the current ways of doing things before beginning new initiatives. To recap, there are 4 key steps to the strategy process. Where are we today? Where are we going and by when? How are we going to get there? And how will we implement it? Each step requires careful planning and execution. Otherwise, you will get to step 4 and find you can't implement your strategy because you didn't complete the other steps correctly. Also, an important part of this process that is often missed by organisations and sometimes by us as investors is setting up the evaluation process where you review and validate your strategy as you go. You'd want to know if you were retiring to your holiday destination and not a tent, wouldn't you?